Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now, this video right here was requested by lots of my subscribers and also a lot of my subscribers that's on other platforms. And at first, I was hesitant about doing this video because I wanted to get the facts right. And I want to do a little investigation and reach out to a couple of my people who's back in the city, and the city is Houston, that is, where this incident took place, and contact a few people and see could I get some clarification of what's really going on. And come to find out, a lot of things are coming to the light, and a lot of things will be coming to the light within the next few days. And one thing that I did not like about this video was the fact that this guy, Mr. Devin Holmes, was basically, in my opinion, and also to a lot of my constituents' opinion, was set up. And the reason why I say he was set up, for those of you who does some research or whatnot, the guy had got into it with the guy that was sitting behind him. Devin Holmes was the one in the front seat, that got shot in the head. But the guy, Cadillac Coleman, was the one that was sitting behind him. And they basically had an exchange of words. Now, I don't know how your city get down, but I know how my city get down. And 9 times out of 10, when people say certain things, you got to take that to heart. And everybody that's in the sound of my voice and the reach of my voice, and especially if you're from Texas, not saying that Texas, Houston is harder than New York or Baltimore. It's all the same. The world's a ghetto, like the ghetto boy said. But at the same time, when certain people say certain things, you have to take heed to that and take that as a warning. Because prior to the day before the shooting, there was a chilling post. And I'm finna read exactly what that post said. It says, and I'm going to put a screenshot of it. I'm going to try to screenshot it. It says, Cadillac Coleman, the name. It says, "I got one for you, Trick." And that was posted yesterday at 5:58 a.m. early in the morning. Who in the hell wake up at 5:48 in the morning and tell somebody, "I got one for you, Trick"? See, when you tell me you got one for me, Trick, I'm finna call the whole posse up. I'm finna call the family up and some of my brothers, if you know what I mean. And we gonna get this straight, because one thing I hate to be is threat. You know what I'm saying? I hate threats. You feel me? And a lot of people from my city hate threats. We don't make idle threats. So that's why I'm saying this, to say that when this guy said, Cadillac Coleman said, "I got one for you, Trick," evidently that was a warning to Devin Holmes. But let me continue. And also somebody by the name of Whitney Nicole says, "Oh my God, I just noticed how the fuck he said that." She said that 13 minutes after the fact that the shooting occurred. And then another guy, Anthony Lazada, wow, crazy. This was 1 day ago. Then somebody, Maria Penn, somebody need to report this to the cops, and the cops already got a hold of this message right there anyway. And then Devin Holmes says, "Fuck you," with F-U-K-K, then a U. And he said that right after the guy, Cadillac Coleman, posted his, on Facebook, posted his message at 5:48 a.m. Devin Holmes came in, says, "Fuck you," at 5:49 a.m. the very next day. But then Cadillac Coleman comes back at 5:51 a.m. and says, "I'll smash you, boy." And then somebody named John King says, "This sure looks suspicious after what transpired." Then that was like 48 minutes ago, which was yesterday. But it's very strange that they had this verbal fight, if you will. And then a day later, it comes true when he allegedly, not allegedly. Now, a lot of people say that might was his hand movements. And also, if you go on his Facebook page, he's doing a little, how they be rapping and stuff, and they do the little gunshot things and stuff. So evidently he must love doing a gunshot signal. But if you look closely during the video, you can plainly see that the girl Cassandra was waving a gun around, and the guy Devin Holmes like, "Don't point it at me." You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. And she's still doing it. But also, being adults, one damn thing is what? You do not play with guns. So that right there will be out the question, playing with guns. What would they be playing with guns from? And especially coming from a city like Houston where it's so much gun violence. The last thing you want to do, especially around quote-unquote so-called friends. Notice I said quote-unquote friends, and these are not friends. These are what you call associates, like Slim Thug said. A big shout out to my homie Slim Thug. And this is not what you call a friend. This is what you call somebody who's worse than an associate. These are undercover wolves. These are people who's basically leading you to the slaughter, and just like it happened. But it's a good thing that he didn't die instantly, even though it's a miracle that he survived that gunshot wound to the head, especially when they shot him. And a few people might ask, well, why didn't you post a video? And those are mostly trolls and jerks that will ask that. You know damn well you can't post nobody getting their head blown off on Facebook, even though some people can. But they can do what they want to do on their channel. I'm the hell not. You're not finna get me in trouble with these people. But anyway, now, while the guy is sitting behind Devin Holmes, he's basically, you know what I'm saying, like egging it on, playing it off, and he's a little bit too comfortable. Like, why would you be all joyous over a damn gun? And why was the cell phone on recording at this approximate time? You know, who in the hell parked somewhere and start playing with a gun, especially a female? But the guy, Cadillac Coleman, basically do a hand signal like this, you know what I'm saying? Like when he's saying something like he's laughing or joking, playing it off, and then he goes like this. Then about 3 seconds later, she turns around with the gun, bam, shoots him in the head, blood squirts everywhere, and then he just slumps over. And man, that touched me right there, because like I said, I did not want to do this video, but I must do the video out of respect to the people in my hometown and the people in Houston, and basically let them know, look, stop being around people who you get into it with. I say this every day, and I say it so much, but when things like this happen, people say, oh man, you right, man, you right. You got to do this, you got to do that. But at the same time, if you got into it with somebody, why go back around that person? But I'm going to read a snippet, well, a couple snippets, and I'm going to shed more light into this situation right here. Now, the woman named Cassandra Nicole Damper look like she's gullible as hell, very gullible, with that little pie face like that. When they had that little smooch face, they'll do anything. They'll run and jump off the damn building downtown Houston if you ask them. They'll run and jump right in the middle of the Beltway 8 during rush hour if you tell them to do. They would do anything, even if you give them a signal to shoot somebody, which I highly believe that was the case, because these rappers and these people and this guy Cadillac Coleman look like he want to be an up and coming rapper, which is no problem with that. You can be what you want to be, but at the same time, not at the expense of innocent people sharing their blood. Oh hell no, we cannot allow that to happen. And to this guy Devin Holmes, if you make it out of this, distance yourself from these fake ass people. Distance yourself from these wolves. This is why a lot of people in the city, when I say the city, I'm talking about my city, Houston. This is why we don't mess with too many people, too many outsiders, because you don't know who to really trust. It could be your own homie grew up with you since you was in pre-K, since you was in diapers and stuff, spending the night at each other mama's house and stuff, grandmother's house. And that'd be the same guy that wind up killing you thinking you sell drugs. All you might do push that work, you know, so you don't really know who to trust. And same with females, you know, they get killed just as fast as guys. It's a dirty, shady game. You have to be careful who you associate yourself with. Now, a disturbing Facebook Live video shows a tragic moment when police say a man was accidentally shot in the head, and he wasn't accidentally shot in the head. If you ask me, you don't point no gun at nobody's head and then pull the trigger and says it's an accident. Oh hell no. Now, if she would have made a mistake and dropped the gun and it would have went off, you know what I'm saying? That's different. But you don't take time out to think and point a gun at somebody after he telling you don't point that gun at me, don't play like that, stop that, I don't like that, and you still do it anyway. That's how can that be an accident? And then you shoot the damn guy, and to add even more insult to injury, this is what fake ass friends do. They'll run off and leave you. Just like if you didn't get shot, have you ever been doing something with some fake ass friends, getting in trouble just like I used to get in trouble? I'm sure for people who come from the city, you know what I'm saying, no matter what side of the tracks you come from the middle class, the poor class, to the rich class. I mean, we had rich friends, moms was doctors and high expensive lawyers, and I mean, we used to do all kinds of stuff. But have you ever got in trouble or about to get caught or some shit went down and they fake ass left you? You might only have one real homie there with you or one real homegirl with you. I'm sure I'm not the only one that went through that. I mean, that shows you who really got your back and who's really down for you also. Now, the video was showed Easter Sunday, and it showed 26-year-old Devin Holmes of Houston, Texas, was in the car with a woman believed to be 25-year-old Cassandra Nicole Damper and another man who were playing with two guns when Holmes was shot at approximately 2:20 a.m. according to authorities. 2:20 a.m. That's your number 4. But anyway, that's for those who know. Now let's keep going. Now, why would grown-ass people be in the car 2:20 in the morning playing with some damn guns? That sound like a bunch of BS to me. That sound like that was a setup waiting to happen in case the first gun didn't do nothing. We got a damn another gun just in case the first one don't get you. That's very sad right there. And then you see how fast the guy jumped out that damn vehicle when he got shot, when the guy in front of him got shot, Devin got shot. I mean, he need to be in the movies if he can if he don't get in no trouble, which I don't see why they shouldn't prosecute his ass, because if you look deep into the story, it's more than what's being said. I mean, the video is pretty much telling you right before your eyes, but for some reason, when people see videos, you know, they mind tell them something else. You can see, for instance, somebody choking the shit out of somebody, and your mind would tell you, no, they're just caressing their throat. Or you would see somebody getting their teeth knocked out, and then some people minds would tell them, no, he's just trying to make sure they don't have no plaque on their teeth. I mean, people going to see and interpret whatever they want to interpret, but from what my eyes sees and what my minds tell me, this was clearly a setup, because for grown-ass men and women, let me talk to you. Now, especially people who live in the city. I'm not, no offense to the country people who live in the small towns and whatnot, but I'm talking about people in the city. Have you ever been sitting in a vehicle, 2:20 in the morning, just playing with guns, just sitting there playing with guns, grown ass people in their mid-20s and almost 30? Have you ever been doing that? I know damn well I haven't, because number one, I'm not finna play with no damn gun, and I'm not gonna pick one damn up if I'm not gonna use it. And thank God I don't have to use it, you know. So who does that? That don't make no sense. But let's continue. As of Monday night, Holmes was reportedly in critical condition on life support at Ben Taub Hospital in Houston. And let's continue to lift him up in our prayers and make sure that this brother is all right, because it's a miracle. It's a miracle. That's how you know he has angels on his side. He had people in his family praying for him, because anybody else would have died. I would have got shot with a BB gun in the head. I probably would have just died right then on the spot. It wouldn't have been no more trading or the leg show or whatever. And a lot of other people would be happy that they could take my spot. But anyway, let's continue. Now, here's what we need to know. Police say she accidentally shot Holmes in the head, which that's a damn lie. Once they piece this story together and more truth come out, you could tell that there was no accident. No accident is when you turn around with a gun and point it at somebody and then pull the trigger. Whether you think it's loaded or not, whether you think it's a clip in it or not, it doesn't matter. If that person lose their life, what you gonna tell them? Oh, I thought they damn near dead. You feel what I'm saying? Just saying, if he would have died right there instantly on the spot. What good is your thoughts when this is the consequence of your action? I don't understand that part right there. Now, according to authorities, Damper was in the car along with Holmes and another man for approximately 9 minutes. 9 minutes, not smoking weed or none of that. You didn't see no big smoke in the air or nothing. You know what I'm saying? None of that OG Kush, none of that Maui Wawi, with nothing in the air. What the hell are y'all doing in there? Oh, setup time. But anyway, let's continue. They was in the car for approximately 9 minutes before the alleged accidental, I don't know why they said alleged, it was a shooting, before the shooting took place. Now, you can watch the footage below, but it's graphic and may not be suitable for all audience, and that's why I did not put the footage up, because you cannot put nobody getting shot in no damn head up on no damn YouTube. Now, maybe if you had your own website, which hopefully I'm going to get later on this year or next year, then I can really go in 5150. But as of dealing with YouTube, it's certain policies and procedures that we must abide by being content creator, because you're going to have somebody, where's the video, Trey? But anyway, the guy Holmes says, and listen closely, he says, you're making me nervous. Holmes could be heard saying in the video, which was captured outside of a Valero gas station on Alameda and Sophomore in Houston. Now, let's use logical common sense, even though I know a lot of people can't do that, and much blessing and shout out to the ones who can. But follow me while I walk with you now walk with me while I talk with you. Who in their right mind goes to a gas station, parks for 9 minutes? Does it take 9 minutes to get gas? No, I don't even give a damn if you was filling up an 18-wheeler. It might won't even take 9 minutes to fill up an 18-wheeler, or maybe 4 or 5 minutes non-stop. Or if you filling up a tractor, it don't take that damn long. Your gas tank ain't that big, so why sit right there by that gas pump that long? It was a setup, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Turn that 9 upside down, you get a 6. But at the same time, who does that at 2:20 in the morning, not 1:30 in the afternoon, while you might be eating a cheeseburger? You know the little sandwiches you buy at the gas station, the little drinks. So who in their right mind gonna be sitting in a gas station playing with guns when you know it's cameras all around? You know what I'm saying? But that's the perfect scapegoat if you're trying to get rid of somebody, or if you're trying to make yourself famous. You don't never know what people's motives are or intentions are. But let's continue. Now, the stupid ass woman Cassandra Damper says, it ain't got no clip, bud. A man seated in the back of the vehicle. Oh, that was the man in the back of the vehicle stated. Some guy that was sitting beside Coleman, because there was 2 in the back, a girl in the front, and Devin was on the passenger side in the front. But the guy in the back says, it ain't got no clip, bud. A man seated in the back of the vehicle states in the video, hey, where you from again? Now, why would you be in a vehicle with someone when they don't even know you and know where you from? Have you ever been in a vehicle 2:20 in the morning, 2:20 a.m. in the morning with somebody you don't even know who the hell they really are, where they from? I'm sure you wouldn't, because not if you're a grown ass man, and especially a black man in coming from one of these cities. And I'm sure I'm speaking to people in Chicago, Baltimore, Florida, Georgia, in the NYC, Cali, everywhere. You know, what man get in the car with another man 2:20 in the morning with guns out and they don't even really know you and gonna ask you where you from? That was a sign right there to get the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? That's why my ass might live till I get to 110, because you ain't gonna catch me slipping like that. The only way you gonna catch me slipping, you know what I'm saying? You have to pray to God to get me, and he ain't gonna let you. But anyway, let's go. Now, he says, you see what we doing to lying ass hoes. We draw down on them hoes. Say something, bitch. Damper says only seconds before she shoots a bullet into Holmes' head. Now this that crazy ass heifer, Cassandra Damper, talking. And I don't know why these women want to be tough like damn men. As soon as they get socked in their shit, you know what I'm saying, they want to go run and call the police. Even though I don't condone domestic violence. So let me get that straight. But if you out here packing pistols and running with men, what kind of shit is that? That's not ladylike. That's the point I'm making right there. You act like a lady, get treated like a lady. But it's strange how they would use her as the crash dummy. And if you don't know what a crash dummy is, my people in the comment section will surely let you know what a crash dummy is. But let's read what this heifer said again. She says, you see what we do to lying ass hoes. We draw down on them hoes. Say something, bitch. Seconds before she put a bullet inside Devin's brain. Ain't that some shit right there? Now, and then Damper says, oh my God, before Damper and the other man quickly exit the vehicle after she shot him in the head. But remember the post that the Facebook post I told you about prior to the day of the shooting, the day before the shooting, where the guy Cadillac Coleman told Devin Holmes, I got one for you, Trick, and they having words and everything else. Now, he was the guy, Cadillac was the guy sitting behind Devin Holmes in the vehicle. And I don't know what made Devin Holmes go back around this man. You know what I'm saying? I don't fear no man. Don't no man put no fear in my heart. No woman nor man put fear in my heart but the Most High. Because that's the only one that can destroy not only your body, but your soul. You know what I'm saying? You don't fear nobody who can't destroy your soul. So the hell with these people and their intimidation tactics. Because I'm gonna tell you something. In this day and age, either you're gonna walk like a kitten or you got to be brave like a lion. Now pick your side. Is you gonna be a sheep or a wolf, like Denzel Washington said on Training Day? Because trust me, people can smell fear on you. So have no fear, because you're gonna die one day anyway. Now, I mean, this whole story looked very suspicious, and after what transpired, you could tell that it's even more messed up, because why would she not only try to wipe her fingerprints and gun residue off the gun, and then when the Houston Police Department reported it, because they got a call in, somebody was shot, it said a man had shot himself in the head. That's what one of them had reported. Most likely it was Cassandra. But yeah, it was her that called the police. But at the same time, she lied when it was her that shot him in the head. And why would you Facebook Live this situation? And also, it's very strange during this 24-hour period that it was two people shot. An 18-year-old was killed. He's not even on life support in the hospital trying to make it. He's gone. He's dead. That's very strange. Why every time somebody go live on Facebook, it's a shooting, just like the shooting that we seen in Chicago. A dude that was basically walking outside his hood. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said he couldn't come back or whatever, and he came back, and not even within a couple minutes, he got gunned down right there in front of everybody. So I don't understand this Facebook Live shit. That's why I don't do the Facebook Live stuff, because I already know what all that entails right there. But that's a whole different story for a whole different video, and it will blow you all mind. But you know, you got to baby feed some of these people, because they're not ready to accept the truth. But ask yourself this: why do so much of this happen on Facebook Live? Why was remember the story with the guy basically making the little girl, I think she was 6 years old, maybe 3 years old, give him oral sex. I think she was 6. Give him oral sex, and they put it on Facebook Live. Now ask yourself this: why in the hell did they even put that on Facebook Live? So it's something about this Facebook Live. But anyway, we'll get to that one day soon. But one have to ask themselves, why would the girl call the police and say the man shot himself in the head? Because the Houston Police Department, you go look on their Twitter, they said this, and this was April the 1st, 2018 at 2:57 a.m. Shooting investigation, 5200 block of Alameda. Male shot himself in the head transported to Ben Taub Hospital. Now, why would they post that? You know why? Because the female Cassandra called him and told him this man shot himself in the head, which he never did shoot himself in the head. We see who shot him in the head. But let me know what you all think about this this video right here. And to this guy Devin Holmes, and to everybody else that's watching this video, let this be a lesson to you. Leave these no good ass people alone. Like I tell people, and people get mad all the time, but that's sad. But it's just like medicine. The truth hurts. Some people don't want it, but it'll make you feel better after a while if you let it sink in. Just because somebody look like you and they the same color as you does not mean that's your brother or your sister. Let me say it again. Just because somebody look like you, come from the same ethnicity as you, same culture background, does not mean they have your best interest at heart. Does not mean they won't put a hot one in your ass. Does not mean they won't put a slug in your head. So let that sink in also. So when people want to be all bigoted and all racist and stuff, not telling you to hate your own people, because you never do that. What I'm telling you is this right here. Judge each person individually. Judge each person not on the color of their skin, but the content of their character. And then there you have it. Life will be so much peaceful. But at the same time, if you get into it with somebody, leave that person alone. Don't go nowhere near that person. The hell with that person, no matter if it's a man or a woman. You see what I'm saying? Because when somebody tell you they got one for you and they putting this all over, that's why I don't do this back and forth with nobody, because it's no talk with me. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay Prince said, it's no talk with me. Me and we have a level of understanding. You say what you say, I'm not gonna respond. My response is not with words anyway. So let that sink in. But anyway, let me know what you all think about this video. And to this guy Devin Holmes, you know, may the Most High watch over you. May you have a speedy recovery. And I'm gonna put his GoFund page up for those of you who all want to donate to his page and to his recovery, because this guy is probably gonna be messed up for the rest of his life, most likely. So let's show that brother some love and some support, and just let this be a lesson. Watch who you call your friends, watch who you hang around. The same thing your mom and your dad tell you. But anyway, if you like the video, push that like button. If you like, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share the video with your fake ass friends and people who you think gonna double cross you one day, because trust me, if you have a inkling of an intuition they will, that's a sign that they might would do it. Y'all stay blessed and stay vigilant. Stay woke. I'm out.